Jason is here.
Kind of bastard.
This fucking thing. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me that. This thing. Okay. Now you guys are me. I don't know why this service does what it does. It's supposed to unmute right after, but I'm supposed you guys could hear now. Okay. So here we go. Starting over. Let's roll it back. Roll it back. That never happened. Crawling Chaos doesn't know what you're talking about. Neither do I. All right. So Bad Batch Season 2. Tested my patience. I only needed about half of it. The other half was just like, let's reuse sets and characters and situations from the previous episode. I was like, whatever about it. At the end of the day, I was like, what was good was so, and what didn't matter sort of evened itself out to a place where I was just like not really that into it. The season 3 opener thankfully opens up and it does seem to matter. Jokingly, I'm going to call it Andor for children. In that first episode, the Kiners, the music, it sounded like it was Andor inspired. You have Omega in space jail, watching her day-to-day stuff. I liked it a lot. I thought that was good. That was cool. And once again, more nuanced than I was expecting from that episode, but lots of it was just exposition. That's not in a bad way. It was to make this 3-parter work. You know, it set the tone. And so it was cool. There's not like a lot to say. I mean, it wasn't fucking amazing. It wasn't like, oh my God, can you believe it? Imperial prisons, it's next level. It wasn't anything like that. And nor should it be on the Bad Batch. It's not where you go and you do it. You do that with the Gilroy Andor kind of stuff, you know? But I respected it. It was good. It was good. It was good. And then the second episode was fun in the sense that we see some clone kids who I think seen them before. Maybe we've seen them before. They're all clones, so it's kind of hard, but they're kind of like, you know, marooned in this place, and they're just out there being little Lord of the Flies-y clones. And then they kind of have to unite with the Bad Batch guys as they try to find where Omega's being held. And so that one was probably the least interesting of the few of the batch. Stupid. Why did I say that? But it was fine. You know, it was good. And then when we get to that, like the third episode, that's where you start to play more with the, Palpatine's here and he's at Tantus, and Omega's gonna escape as Palpatine is arriving, which is not ideal. Just bad luck, bad timing for everybody on the good guy side. But both loved and was pissed off by the episode, because it's Star Wars. Something has to piss you off for some dumb reason. When we're in the final season of the show, and like the big thing is Palpatine's going to look at something, fuck that. What is that? You know what I mean? Show me what he's looking at. Is it Snoke? Is it his Strandcast clone son that's going to be Rey's father? Fine. I mean, it's cool. Like, everything going up to it was cool, but then not seeing who it is or what it is, I'm not intrigued. I'm just fucking annoyed, you know? This was like the opener. That was that should have been the big moment, not more, carrot on a stick bullshit. It's kind of carrot on a stick bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's how it felt. And if we get it in an episode or two, fine, totally cool. If we see it, you know what I mean? If it is like, if we're building towards it, I take it back. If we go the whole season and we don't know what he was looking at, and I got to go read some book or have it implied in a comic book and then whatever, that would be annoying. You know what I mean? So I'm a little apprehensive on it. But in totality, the 3 episodes, I'd probably rate them at about a 7 if I was to put them all together. You know what I mean? Like, I'd give it a 7 and I would say it was pretty atmospheric. It wasn't afraid, I felt like, to take its time. There were a few moments I started to kind of look at my watch a little bit because it started to sort of meander a little, but not bad though. Wasn't bad. It wasn't awful. It wasn't a mistake. You know what I mean? I thought it was a pretty good opening season premiere. Like I said, 7. I didn't get a Star Wars buzz off of it. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe what's happening here. Let me put the camera down. I can, it's nothing like that, but it is a little bit, it felt better than where we were last season. So if the rest of the season is important and doesn't do what it did last season, I will be more into it than I was. Because I love Clone Wars, probably my favorite cartoon of all time, animated show of all time. And that's not anime or something, and like I said, too much treading water last season. So if this season, I know it's shorter, but if it's just all killer, no filler, then it's good. And in these first 3, even the Lord of the Flies kid episode was cool. That was an interesting sci-fi setting in the Star Wars universe that could have happened, that would happen in that universe. And when we explored it, but it still felt like we were exploring that while doing the main plot. That's what I love the most. And just another little side note, it was kind of funny. I was recently critical of, Star Wars used to be like, oh yeah, don't be a dick to the little weirdo you meet on the side of the road, because that's who's going to help you. That guy you think is just trying to steal your cookies, that's Yoda. That's the head of the Jedi Council that you're looking for, you idiot. Jar Jar Binks, complete, like, annoying, like, lost dude who has a lot of growing to do. And you're like, I don't have time for this, but he's loyal and he's good. And then at the end of the day, he's the key to bringing everything together that you needed. And so there's these like little lessons in Star Wars that were just be kind to people and kindness will come back to you kind of ideas. And also don't ever assume that what is like the smartest thing in the room, because you don't. So be humble. So those kind of like little moral tales, they haven't been in much of the Star Wars stuff in a while, like in that way, where you're like, what was the moral of the story? Sometimes like we could find it, but it is actually asking us to write the poetry to some extent. This one, no, like Omega's helping an animal. It's you know what I mean? And at the end of the arc, those animals save them and allow them to escape. And I was like, oh, that was good. That was bringing it back to that kind of storytelling that Star Wars has always been grounded in, whether it's the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy. That stuff has always been there. I don't think the sequel trilogy really gave us one. Maybe kind of Dio, a little bit. But no, Rob, just so you know, I can't hear you because my kid took my headphones, so I will not be able to hear you today. I don't have any. I don't think. Well, we could try. I'll try to put you on the thing. Yeah. So, anyways, though, the season has 15 episodes, so it's pretty much the same as it was.
Oh, this is great. He can't hear me.
No, I can hear you through the computer speakers, but if they can hear you twice, I don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah, the directing on the first 3 was really solid. I don't know if it was Stuart Lee all 3 or not, but that was solid. It was. Sorry, what was that, Rob? I can't hear you. What? This guy. Yeah, but when it comes, anyways, though,
I like the directing too. I thought Michael Bay did a great job. You know,
Rob, you didn't even watch it, Rob. You didn't even watch it. What is this guy? What's he doing? What's he doing?
no,
He
I
gave
did.
me-
I
he
really
came-
love the scene where Mike and Marcus switch, and they think Marcus is Mike Lowry. It's my favorite scene, dude. It's
Even
so
I
good.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's this time. Who's Mike Lowry? Rob, why are you on a 20-second delay? Do we have an F-bomb set
What?
up
He's
for
the Bad
Rob?
Batch. It's the Bad Batch. Mike and Marcus.
No, you're not making any sense, Rob. Rob, you're on a time delay, Rob. We can't hear you. Anyways, though, yeah, what did you guys think in chat? Like, nobody's really saying any about what they thought about it, you know? Crawling Chaos says, yeah, Palpatine got plenty of Snokes in his vats. If Snoke is a clone, then who was the host and what species? Yeah, but once again, like that's where we end up in the situation where the episode played the fucking game that Mando played. What's in the tank? I don't want to play what's in the tank. I'm 3 seasons into the fucking show. Tell me what's in the fucking tank. Show me what's in the tank, Rob. What's in the tank, Rob? What is it, Rob? What's he looking at? Rob doesn't know. Even Rob doesn't have an answer to that one. But
well, I don't. Bad Batch, man. Where do I even start, Jason? You know, this flick is like the ultimate ride along on rocket fueled roller coaster through Miami. With Will Smith's Mike Lowry and Martin Lawrence's Marcus Burnett at the helm, guns blazing and wisecracks flying. I loved it.
Yeah. They are bad boys, aren't they? They're bad boys in space. Rob, Omega got a ponytail.
Well, you know, I mean, what can Tiona Leona do, you know, to keep up with modern trends? You know, Michael Bay, you know, even though he has like a symphony of controlled chaos, he orchestrates car chases and explosions and shootouts with the finesse that's as great as it is heart pounding.
So, anyways, there was space dogs, and one it needed space Bacta in its neck. So she put it on. She put medicine on it, like right here, and then it rewarded her with loyalty, undying fealty, and an army of its brethren who would come to her side in the moment of need at the end. I like that part.
And in the end, Jason, Bad Batch isn't just a movie, it's a ride. A wild, hilarious, heart-thumping ride that redefined the action comedy genre. It's a testament to the chemistry of its leads, the vision of its director. So buckle up, because once you're on this ride, you won't want to stop. I'm sure this is just the beginning of Mike and Marcus's badass adventures.
AI Rob is a new experience for us. We decided, like, what if we just let Rob, you know, just draw and just like let the AI do it for him? And he's like, this AI is going to be drawing this comic for me anyway in a couple of years. Might as well. That's what he said. And now here we are. But anyways, Rob, what would you give Bad Batch season 3 premiere? First 3 episodes, directed by Stuart Lee, music by the Kiner brothers.
I thought it was great that they took the classic buddy cop formula, threw it in a blender with 90s flair, and hit puree.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I I I would say those scientists on Mount Tantus, they were pretty much going down a Martin Lawrence path. Um, like, damn, Gina. Remember when he used to say that?
Oh yeah. That was some great dialogue. Great dialogue. Love it. You know, amidst all the mayhem, the film never loses its sight of humor or heart, Jason. That's what I appreciate about it.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds right. Palpatine was in it. And to get beyond the stuff that annoyed me about not being able to see what was he seeing at that moment, that's when I should have saw it. I believe. I think that would have been the best thing for this arc was what's his fucking deal? Like, what's his, because we learn at the end, Omega is she has a weird M count going on with her blood, right? So Palpatine's going to need that if he's going to want to make a Snoke, or if he's going to want to make a Strand cast, right? That has like the force that he's going to need, right? So so Omega's the key to the whole thing. So we are kind of put into a situation where the character either must die or must go into hiding like forever, because Palpatine, she'll never be safe now. They need her blood. It's not like Training Day at all.
Yeah, well, the group together, they're like peanut butter and jelly, Jason. If the peanut butter was laced with dynamite and the jelly was actually motor oil, somehow making a combination so wrong, it's right. Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. I mean, I don't think Rob could really give it a stronger endorsement for the Bad Batch season 3 premiere. It's not like he's plagiarizing Pauline Kael or something at all. It's amazing. That's just Rob, like watching Disney Plus today in the morning, just now, like before he came on the show. So, anyways, well, I think we did it. I think we talked about the Bad Batch. Is it good? Yeah, it's pretty good. It was like a 7, I'd say. You know what I mean? And my fear is that we go on and we meander now. But if we stay on path, I think there's a chance of maybe redeeming the show for me, and making the totality of it, the sum of its parts, worth it, as opposed to not being the case. In season 2, it definitely was teetering towards unneeded for me, but this is a moment. It's a moment where they could course correct. So it's going to be a slow year on Disney Plus, and so enjoy this. If you have Disney Plus for Star Wars, this is kind of it for a little while, for a few months. So I would have a good time. So yeah. Welcome to prime time, bitch. Is that how he does it?
I agree, Jason. Bad Batch leaves a legacy as enduring as the mystery of who let the dogs out. It blends action, comedy, and heart with the skill of a DJ mixing tracks at a school dance.
Mumbo Jumbo gave a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Streaming at the same time as Santa. Jason or Rob may be on the naughty list this Christmas. Love you all. Bad Batch season 3. Okay so far. Yeah, I didn't know that Santa was going to be streaming at this time, or I would have done it at a different time. But I just woke up, started watching the show. Thought I was going to have extra time. Thought I was going to have a little bit extra time, but I didn't. So, but yes, Santa's show will definitely probably be the one for Bad Batch fans, I'd say, because he loves the Bad Batch. I like the Bad Batch. Rob, what? How do you feel about the Bad Batch, Rob? What would you give it?
Well, I think in the end, it's like the memory of your favorite 90s stack. It's nostalgic, it's satisfying, and it always leaves you wanting just a little bit more. Maybe like 6 or 9 seasons more, huh?
69 seasons? 69 seasons of Star Wars. That's going to be our new show. We're going to review all 69 seasons of everything Star Wars until there are 69 seasons of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a cultural touchstone, a beacon of bromance, and a testament to the enduring power of friendship, Jason.
I agree. I do agree. It's hard to disagree with anything you're saying today because everything is so jovial and fun. So, okay, they are hearing Echo. They're hearing Echo now. When you say Echo, do you mean the character from the Clone Wars? Like, oi, yeah, let's get him, like that, or are you like saying that you're hearing bleed through on the microphone? Bad Batch. Bad Batch. Anyways, who knows what's going to happen next week on the Bad Batch? Anything could happen. As Omega flew away, they realized they couldn't kill her, as she was the key to Palpatine's powers moving forward. So to kill her would be to lose the sensitive data that they need to make Supreme Leader Snoke, or Palpatine's son, or a new Boba Fett, or what else? Who else is? There's no other clones. That's it. That would be it. That's it. I mean, that's all it could be. There's no other possibilities that of anything else it could be. So, anyways, I think we did it, Rob. Do you have any closing thoughts about the Bad Batch season 3's opening premiere?
Yeah, I agree. I think Mike Lowry is the kind of guy who could charm the stripes off a zebra and then convince it to go on a diet. Because frankly, Jason, horizontal stripes just aren't flattering.